What was it like to hear the president live? On this day in history, January 25th, 1961, President John Fitzgerald Kennedy became the first U.S. president to hold a live televised news conference. Although both Presidents Wilson and Eisenhower had used television before to address the nation, JFK's was the first to be broadcast live without delay or editing. From the State Department auditorium, President Kennedy read a prepared statement regarding the release of two American aviators who had been in Russian custody, the harsh famine happening at the time in the Congo, and the impending negotiations for an atomic test ban treaty. Afterwards, he opened the floor to questions from the crowded room of reporters, answering a myriad of questions thrown to him. JFK, who many describe as one of the most charismatic presidents in history, was aware of the enormous power the media and press held to sway public opinion. Ever since his televised presidential debate with Richard Nixon the previous year, he knew that for a briefing in front of the press corps, he would have to be rested and in control, both of which he was. Today, live television allows presidents to have constant contact with reporters on their own terms, but back in 1961, the idea was new, allowing the public not just to read about the details of the presidential process, but also to see more of the personalities and leadership of their elected officials. Pierre Salinger, the press secretary at the time, said in an interview many years later, "The fact of the matter is at the time when President Kennedy started televised press conferences, there were only 3 or 4 newspapers in the entire United States that carried a full transcript of a presidential press conference. Therefore, what people read was a distillation. We thought that they should have the opportunity to see it in full." If you've learned something, consider dropping a like and subscribing to my channel. Your support would mean the world to me.